Manasa Murugesh is a 15-year-old author, blogger, and poet with a strong passion for reading books and writing pieces that impact the community. She began writing book reviews on her first website in 2016. 2 years later, in 2018, she started her blog Fledgling, which has been her best friend since. After a few years of blogging, she made her authoring debut with Solitude in 2019 and began writing for several platforms like Plethora, Medium, Story, Mirror, The Hindu, and the New York Times. The same year, she was listed among the top 16 writers of Plethora magazine. In 2020, Manasa became one of the writers of Students into Students, a medium publication run by student writers across the world. She was also a nominee of Story Mirror's Author of the Year 2020 and Lit Masters Award in 2022. One of her poems won third place in Writer's Flame contest, while her article on gender inequality found a spot on the top 100 of New York Times student editorial contest the same year. Her zeal for social issues and love for public speaking led her to IMUN, where she won the special mention of UNICEF Award last year. An anthology featuring her work is set to release later this year as well. Besides literature, Manasa is passionate about music, mental health, photography, and philosophy. Over to you, Manasa.
What are your hobbies? Most people's answers will definitely include watching television, but reading is hard to spot on the list. But I consider reading books one of my greatest assets that truly paved the way for me. Hello, I'm Manasa Murugesh of Grade 10A, and I'm here to share my journey with books and why they're my best friends. I didn't immediately take to reading either. My mother's a librarian, which in other words is a free pass to libraries with premium book recommendations and many more. As a child, reading was not something I enjoyed and felt forced to. But as I read more, I began enjoying the process. It was a beautiful, compelling escape from reality that broke the monotony of daily life. One of the best parts about reading is that every reader gets to lead a rich, fulfilling life on the inside and create a world of their own within. Over time, I started picking up new words and started using them in my daily conversations. My vocabulary expanded and my language skills were strengthened. It made more room for me to express my thoughts, which influenced my writing as well. I learned new things every day and I became more aware of the changing world. At home, I loved discussing things I read about with my parents. That was when they suggested I pen everything down instead. I wrote poems, book reviews, and then eventually transitioned into short stories and articles. I found my voice in writing, and that is an understatement. At 9, I started writing online book reviews, and I also started writing on Fledgling, my blog, at 11. One thing led to another, and a year later, I published my first book, Solitude, and began writing for many other platforms like Story Mirror, The Hindu, New York Times, and I was also featured on Beyond Classrooms and Plethora magazine as one among their top 16 writers. Books have truly been a gift I wouldn't trade for anything else. I believe it has made me who I am today. Books were and are my non-judgmental friends who helped me get through difficult times. Living in a time when all kids are glued to screens, I believe books hold the power to transform our destiny and make us emotionally richer, informed individuals. Think about it. We have wonderful time machines and a chance to get to know the greatest people who ever lived, all hidden in our bookshelves. Books have been my blessing and they will be yours too. All I want you to do is pick up a book that interests you and read about 5 pages a day. Trust me, you will be too engrossed to even keep track of time. And before you know it, reading would have become an irresistible craving. Happy Book Week, spread the word and enlighten more. Happy reading and happy discovering. Thank you.